You're sitting in seat 23A when your phone vibrates with a notification. China's Moonshot unveils world's largest open AI model. You grab the nearest tablet to check it out, and there it is, a headline that makes your heart race. The model, named Nebula 10T, boasts an unprecedented 10 trillion parameters, more than any other open AI model ever created. This changes everything about AI development. China's Moonshot isn't just closing in on US rivals. They're leaving them behind. Imagine a digital giant, its tentacles reaching into every corner of the internet. Nebula 10T is like that. It's not just an upgrade, it's a revolution. But here's the part nobody saw coming. This model isn't just about raw power. China's Moonshot has built in unprecedented access for researchers and developers worldwide, making the data and tools available on an open platform. This could shift the AI landscape like never before. But why? What's behind this move? The AI model wars have heated up, with companies and governments vying for dominance. China's play is bold, but it has strategic depth. They're not just competing, they're setting new standards. But what does this mean for you? How will your next AI project be impacted? Are you ready to dive into a world where the giants of tech are rewriting the rules? You thought China's Moonshot was just a formidable opponent in the AI model wars. But tonight they've dropped the gauntlet, and it's not just any gauntlet. They've unveiled the world's largest open AI model, a behemoth that dwarfs everything the US has to offer. In the press conference, the lead researcher, Dr. Mei Lin, stood confidently before the crowd. She declared, "With this model, we're not just making a splash. We're setting new standards for what's possible with artificial intelligence." That's right, Dr. Mei Lin said they're setting new standards. The implications are staggering. The size of this model is mind-bending, boasting over 1 trillion parameters. To put that in perspective, the second largest model currently on the market has only about 300 billion parameters. Just how big is this number? Imagine if every person on Earth had $1 million. There'd still be more money than there are parameters in China's Moonshot. So what's behind this move? Is it just to show US rivals that they're not the only ones in the game? Or could it be part of a larger strategy to dominate global AI markets and influence international policy? You're sitting in seat 23A when this hits. China has announced their intention to form an AI ecosystem centered around this model. They're not just competing, they want to control. The stakes are now higher than ever, with billions of dollars and global dominance on the line. But here's a question. Who will build the tools to tame such a massive beast? Who will write the code that can take advantage of these parameters without overloading the world's servers? And what about data privacy and security? Are we setting up a ticking time bomb with so much powerful AI in one place? The LG ThinQ terms of use controversy highlights just how fraught this landscape is. As China's Moonshot makes strides, questions like these grow louder. But who will be first to exploit the opportunities this model presents? Will it be a US tech giant, or perhaps an up-and-coming startup with a daring vision? But as AI models get more powerful, you're also seeing concerns over AI data collection and potential misuse, like with LG's ThinQ terms of use. You're sitting in your living room, surrounded by smart home devices, fridge, TV, thermostat, all connected to the internet. They're supposed to make life easier, but what are they really doing behind that invisible curtain? LG's ThinQ terms of use have raised a red flag. The fine print suggests it might be more than just convenience. The company can collect and use data from your devices in ways you weren't aware. Remember when China's Moonshot unveiled its world's largest open AI model, leaving US rivals in the dust? That's the kind of power we're talking about now. But with this power comes a responsibility to ensure that our data is used ethically. Consider this quote from an expert in the field. The more powerful the AI, the more important it becomes to have robust systems for data governance and transparency. This goes beyond just LG. This is a global issue. As you stare at your connected devices, ask yourself, how much control do I really have over my data? This isn't just about companies like LG, it's about all of us. The AI mania we're witnessing could be eviscerating our ability to make informed decisions if we don't address these concerns head-on. You thought China's Moonshot was just about size. But there's another side to the AI mania that's eviscerating global decision-making, and it's one you can't afford to ignore. Remember when we talked about the LG ThinQ terms of use? You saw how AI data collection is raising red flags, sparking debates over ethics and transparency. Well, here's where things get really interesting and a lot more serious. AI mania isn't just about who has the biggest model or the fastest processing power. It's about how we're relying on these systems to make critical decisions for our lives, our businesses, even our governments. You're witnessing experts warn that we might be drowning in data, but starving for judgment. Take, for example, a recent study highlighted by Gemini. AI mania is eviscerating global decision-making. The headline alone should catch your attention. These aren't just abstract concerns. They're real-world warnings from people who know the ins and outs of AI better than anyone. Here's what it means. You're sitting in a boardroom, facing a crucial decision that could impact thousands or even millions of lives. The data is overwhelming. Algorithms are spitting out dozens of options every second. But as you stare at the screen, what if the best judgment calls are those made with a human touch? Let's take it to the next level. You're part of a policymaking committee deciding on regulations for emerging technologies. AI models suggest one course, but your gut tells you another might be better. Are you leaning too heavily on the data, or are you ignoring important insights that only a human can provide? But here's what almost nobody is telling you. In our rush to embrace AI-driven decisions, we risk losing something fundamental. We're not just dealing with tech. We're navigating complex ethical landscapes where human empathy and intuition matter more than ever. So what's the right balance? How do you integrate AI into your decision-making process without sacrificing those crucial human elements? But here's what almost nobody is talking about: the potential for AI to disrupt not just industries, but entire societies. You're looking at a future where AI-driven decisions could have far-reaching consequences, and it's time to ask, are we ready? China's Moonshot has just unveiled the world's largest open AI model, a beast with 1 trillion parameters. That's 50 times bigger than anything in America right now. This is no small leap. It's an outright sprint for supremacy. The model is already making waves, with predictions that it will revolutionize everything from drug discovery to autonomous vehicles. But wait, there's more. In the quiet depths of tech discussions, a growing concern has emerged. LG's ThinQ terms of use have sparked a heated debate over AI data collection and potential misuse. Privacy advocates are rallying against the idea that companies might be using their AI models for nefarious purposes behind closed doors. It's an uncomfortable reminder that as we push AI to its limits, we're also inviting unknown risks into our lives. Now let's zoom out. The AI mania is eviscerating global decision-making, with experts warning of the dangers of relying too heavily on AI. In just a few years, AI algorithms have become the go-to tool for everything from financial forecasting to political strategy. But what happens when these decisions fail? Who's responsible? And can we fully trust the black boxes that power these critical choices? What nobody's talking about is this. As AI models get smarter and more pervasive, they could start making decisions that affect entire societies. From economic policies to environmental regulations, AI-driven choices could reshape our world in ways we can barely imagine today. So here's a question for you. Are we ready to cede such vast power to machines? Can society truly manage the ethical implications of these decisions without falling into chaos? As China's Moonshot closes in on U.S. rivals with its world's largest open AI model, you stand at a crossroads. The lines between human and machine decision-making are about to blur more than ever before. This isn't just an arms race. It's a fundamental shift in how the global economy operates. Imagine sitting behind your desk, surrounded by AI-driven tools that can predict market trends, optimize supply chains, and even draft contracts faster than you can type them. The model China's Moonshot unveiled isn't just bigger, It's smarter, more efficient, and potentially more powerful than its competitors. This isn't a distant future. It's happening now. But what does this mean for the rest of us? How will your decisions be influenced by AI in the years to come? Will you rely on these tools blindly, or will you question their accuracy and intentions? The LG Thin Q terms of use controversy raises an urgent question. As we integrate more AI into our daily lives, are we really aware of what data is being collected and how it's being used? The debate over transparency isn't just a tech issue, it's a societal one. Your privacy and your choices could be at stake. AI mania has taken hold, but with this comes the realization that not all decisions should be left to machines. We're at a pivotal moment where the future of AI development will depend on our collective ability to navigate these complex waters. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a policymaker, or just someone who wants to understand the tech landscape better, staying ahead is crucial. So here's your payoff. As AI continues to advance, the lines between human and machine decision-making are about to get very blurry. You're not just watching this happen, you're in the middle of it. If you want to stay ahead of this, you know what to do. Subscribe now and join us for our next video, where we'll be exploring the latest developments in AI ethics and governance. We're not just reporting these stories. We're diving deep into the real issues that will shape your future. Stay curious. Samek.